good Friday morning. I hope that you've had a great week. I've had the opportunity to be traveling through Illinois this week, and guys are starting to get into the fields. We're starting to see the first round of beans getting cut and some corn getting shelled. Yields are looking pretty good. And today I'm with Nick Wahlquist, and I'm going to call it Southern Illinois because I'm not fully sure where I am. So,
Sure.
Nick, I really appreciate you joining me. I know
Yeah,
you guys are
thank
plenty
you.
busy. You're getting ready to go in the field. Tell me a little where we are because we are on an absolutely beautiful farm.
Yeah, thank you. We are definitely in Southern Illinois. Um, we're about 15 minutes from the Ohio River to cross into Paducah, Kentucky there. So we're one of the more southern parts you can get.
I tell you, you dropped down here and we came through some trees, some
Yep.
real heavy forest ground that opened up. Just beautiful. Talk to me a little bit about what does it look like to farm in Southern Illinois? What are your soils looking like? What are some challenges that we have?
Well, we go all the way from river bottom gumbo to clay nods. So and
Yeah.
everything in between, basically. A lot of it in the same fields.
So plenty of challenges, right?
Yeah, around every corner.
Definitely. So, Nick, I've gotten to know you over the last couple hours. We've just been talking about what are you guys doing here, and you guys are doing something really caught my attention. And you talked me through kind of how you got there, but you're running 15-inch corn.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you in all my travels, we're starting to see some more of this, but not a lot.
Sure.
Talk to me a little bit, first of all, how did you get from 30-inch to 15, and what did that transition look like?
Well, it just started as a wild idea in my head, basically. But it come down to was considering narrowing up the corn rows, and 20-inch corn rows crossed my mind. But we were already planting 15-inch soybeans, so had a 15-inch planter, and all in all, with our application practices we were already doing, basically changing a corn header was the only thing we had to change. Um, it's 4 or 5 years of testing it side by side of the 30-inch and 15-inch rows, and at the end of the day, the 15 won. So it was just kind of a easy transition at that point, I guess.
I like what you said though, right? Because one thing I encourage people to do is just take small parts of their farm and try something new.
Mm-hmm.
So you talked it took you 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So as we went from just say year 1 to year 5,
Mm-hmm.
what were kind of things you're like, okay, this looks good, we want to keep going, this looks good. What were some of those things you were looking for?
Really just how it handled the stress of our area. Hot and dry late summer.
Yep.
It shows out better in a stressful environment. In our some of our stressy soils,
Definitely.
it just shows out there basically.
That's the one common theme we have across everywhere. There's plenty of stress, right,
yeah.
on our crops through
Oh, yeah.
there. So kind of talk me through then, just in general, what does this year look like? I mean, you guys have a phenomenal looking crop. The 15 inches, it's cool to be on 15-inch corn.
Yeah.
It's a completely different thing. What does this year look like though for you guys down here in Southern Illinois?
We had a lot of water. All in all, I think it'll be okay. It's not going to be any knockout crop by any stretch of the imagination. A lot of acres didn't get planted around here.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of prevent plant that
Yep.
we went through. I've been traveling with Scott, and he said it wasn't wet, it was muddy.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the best description that we have.
Yeah. Yeah, if not muddy, it was underwater for a while. So.
There you go. That's even better, right?
Yep.
How far are you guys out on your corn and beans? I know you're prepping the combine right now,
Yep.
right here behind us.
Basically, probably as long as we get everything going, probably Monday morning we'll start cutting some beans.
Well, very cool.
Yep.
One thing I love talking about also, not only is cool crops like 15-inch corn, but you guys are a multi-generation farm. And until, 15 years ago, you guys were also dairy.
Yep.
So kind of just tell me a little bit of history. It is beautiful right here. We're going to snap a picture so we can show everybody. What's the history and who all are you still farming with?
So my grandpa and cousin and uncle. Grandpa and his brother started here in '74, milking cows, obviously, and row cropping. The whole thing grew, but like I said, the cows are gone now, and the row cropping has been fortunate to grow some more. So that's just kind of where we're at today.
I love it. I love getting to sit down with people that have multiple generations on the farm, right? Because I think it's just an amazing thing to see. So, Nick, I'm going to put you on the spot now because I love asking this question. As I've traveled, I have learned so much. So if you're sitting here talking to me, what are 1 or 2 things, let's go back over the last 5 years, that you have done over the last 5 years, like, John, this has really changed how I farm?
Well, I think the definitely fungicide applications and probably variable rating almost as much as we can. I mean, I guess pretty much everything gets variable rated other than nitrogen, and I'm looking forward to hopefully kind of moving into some of that. I'm not sure.
Definitely. Let's talk just real quick as we wrap up this variable rate. So a lot of people are familiar with variable rate fertilizer, but you guys are also variable rate seeding.
Correct.
So just kind of talk me through basics. Was it a lot to set up on your planter? How are you choosing what you're going to variable rate?
Just, basically all your planters are capable of it.
Yep.
Just going through and mapping everything out. So, we kind of already had the equipment and the base, and it was just getting into it. And I don't know, kind of getting started was using a lot of, as far as the seeding, we're using a lot of historical field data. You know, obviously, it's opposite on beans and corn,
Yep.
but, we're variable rating both beans and corn, but I guess that was just kind of the step of learning where to place the populations. So basically off historical.
Awesome. But it's those things, right? It's things that you trial, just like 15-inch corn, spend a couple years and really see that big results.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, Nick, I know you guys are busy. Everybody's working on the combines there behind us. I appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.